Hello, welcome to another quick play. Today we are using the Amstrad CPC, a 128KB version because we need it to run Frez Fighter 2 Turbo. Now I think Frez Fighter stands for Fresh Fighter. I think it's a cool way of saying fresh. It's essentially a rip-off of Street Fighter 2 Turbo by Bollaware, which is a German programming group. This was the last game they made, certainly for the Amstrad CPC. Our first game, Der Zeichner, there we go, coded in BASIC, jump and run around the toilet-like levels, using farts as a natural weapon. So that was one of their early games. This is a bit more advanced than that. It runs in Amstrad CPC mode 1, which is kind of like a CGA mode. It gives you a high resolution, so you get 320 by 200. Can I exit this? And 4 colours. So it's very similar. But it allows some fancy graphics because they're high resolution. The games are getting better. Anyway, let's see if we can get back to the menu. Can we get to the game in hand? Many thanks. We have a loading screen with an E Honda type character. Oh no, it's doing the demonstration. You can opt to do a demonstration on the game loading screen. I'll show you a bit of it, but it drags on. It kind of reminds me of the Supremacy loading screen if you ever played that. But we'll cut to the chase. It's basically this, and it shows all the different characters standing on rocks and various other places they like to stand, and there's a fierce little thing which is called Walker there with his massive mouth, and there's a sumo character who is called F Sumo, not E Honda, F Sumo. There's Vanessa, there's Justine, who is a rip-off of, I don't know, they're not all rip-offs. Obviously there's no skeleton character in Street Fighter 2 Turbo. It would be good if there was. His name is Bones. There's Walker, fierce looking little critter. E Honda's punching him in the face. There he is, slapping his own face. Maybe he's putting some aftershave on. This is all very impressive to fit onto an Amstrad CPC game. It is on 2 discs, 2 double-sided discs, so plenty of room. Oh, good lord. She's got her norks out. There's a skeleton bouncing a lead ball, which would be quite difficult, given the restitutional qualities of lead. Or iron. Anyway, there's the Bollaware logo. And we'll get to the game soon enough, I hope. Fresh Frez Fighter 2 Turbo. I've been doing a lot of Amstrad CPC stuff this week because the Amstrad CPC story will be out on Friday. Or if you're a patron, it's out now. But let us progress. Let's get to the game. Alright. You can have, look, up to 16 players. I don't know what that's about, but I'm going to play a 1-player game. Single battle. How long has this taken to get here? Far too long. Alright, you can pick your characters. I normally go for not M Bison, E Honda on Street Fighter 2. So I'll go for his lookalike. And you can change the skin. Look, you can have a very pale one, a red guy. And that, I believe, has an effect on the colour of your landscape. Let's call him Bongo 6. No, we can't use numbers. We'll just call him Bongo. And we're playing against Walker. Let's go to the graveyard. I like the sound of that. Bongo versus Walker. In the graveyard. This game would take an age to load on tape. It's a good job it's on disc. Here we go. Look at the graphics though. They are rather impressive. That high resolution is quite nice. Oh god. This is quite a finicky control method because you have to press fire and the direction to do a different type of punching method. It's a little bit slow. Oh. I do like it how the lightning makes everything light up, as lightning does, but it just makes the colours more vivid, showing off the shading effects on the Amstrad hardware. And I have beaten Walker. Let's move on to round 2. I'm actually using the numeric keypad to play this instead of a joystick, because it is running on emulation. It works quite well though. Running on the WinApe emulator, my emulator of choice for all things Amstrad, and then he is down. Look at that. Got some sound effects going on. It is nicely put together, this game. It is not Street Fighter 2 obviously, but it's nice. It's nice. I like it. There is a, let's try arcade mode. There is a Street Fighter 2 clone being built with the Amstrad by some chap. You can have a look on the CPC forums. I'll see if I can find a link and put it below. And that looks amazing. It looks like as good as the Atari ST version of Street Fighter 2, which is mocked heavily, but this is an Amstrad CPC, so for something to be that good, let's call him Scalesworth. Oh, we can't put the H on the end, we'll call him Scalesworth. 3 versus 3, look out. Arcade mode, any key to go on. Scalesworth versus Vanessa. Let's go. Game on. This looks very much like E Honda's Homeland in the Street Fighter 2 game. The Street Fighter 2 game. I'm like I'm some old person talking about technology. Well, I guess I am. Look at that kick. So if you hold down fire and move your joystick up, to the top left, you get or top right, you get a kick in the corresponding position. If you press up, you do a little slap in the upward direction, and lower diagonal, you do some kind of gangster rap move. Press down, and oh, look at that! He stands on his ball. It's a bit slow though. I don't think we're going to do very well here against Vanessa. It's kind of like we're just showing off in a room at the moment. No one's really kicking each other. Come on, I'm going to take you. Whoa, that was a nice move. There are lots of cheats for this game. Unfortunately, I don't have any at the moment, and I'm getting my ass kicked. Yeah, I'm just a bag of bones. Not even in a bag. I've just turned into a array of bones on the floor. Not something you'd like to find. I'm going to have a swig of my coffee while I'm waiting for Vanessa to stop prancing about. Alright, I think she's supposed to be some sort of Chun-Li ripoff. Yeah, this looks like a sort of Chun-Li move. Very impressive. Everything's very floaty in this game. Oh, look at a pig in the background. He is an evil-looking, sinister pig man. What's his finger pointing in the air? This is a very surreal world. The world of Fres Fighter 2 Turbo is not a world filled with charm and delight. It's horror and delinquency. God, what am I doing? I'm just rolling about and offering my ball to her. There we go, ball to the face. That should kill her, surely. Oh, look, I'm dead. I'm dead. You're not good enough for me. Apparently not. Ah, game over. Any key to go on. Let's try championship mode, and then I think we'll call it a day. This game is downloadable. I'm going to play as that little Walker guy. It's downloadable from all good stockists. Bigot, I'm going to call him. Bigot versus Vanessa. Alrighty, let's get this on. Yeah, I don't know if I mentioned, but this came out in 1999. I think I did mention that. I'll mention it again. You can never mention years too much. Unless you're an old person telling people how old you are. Repeatedly, over and over. Have some of that. And have a bit of that. With a little bit of this and a little bit of that. And shake your face just like a cat. He's a bit scrapey, this guy, isn't he? He's vicious. He's like my cat. Vicious little creature. I was hoping we'd be on a different level. But we're back at E Honda's pig destination. Alternative reality. This is what Street Fighter 2 would look like if it was in the Zogran reality. Oh, it's like jumping through treacle. I mean, it's technically a very nice game. And, you know, if this had came out in the late 80s, it would have been marvellous. But once you've played Street Fighter 2, and this game was released after that, then it's a bit of a disappointment, shall we say. Even though it does have yin and yang symbols, which is always nice. We love the yin and yang. You are not good enough for me. I don't want to continue. Can we not continue? Is that a countdown? Doesn't seem to be moving, does it? Shall we press escape? Nope. Yeah. Quit to main menu. Menu with an E on the end. Menu. Yes, please. And maybe I'll just go back into single battle just to see what another map is like. Another background. So we'll pick Fighting Woman, who looks a bit like that fighting woman. What's her name? Godzina? Something like that. Zelda? No, that's Nintendo. Let's call her Burgeon. Or Burgio. And let's go to the... That's what we've done, haven't we? We've done that. Let's go to the... No! I'll go to the cathedral. I love cathedrals. Alright, F Sumo. I presume F stands for Fat Sumo. Oh yeah, look at those colours. So you can have different colours in this CGA style palette. And this looks quite CGA-esque. I like this one. But you have to remember, the Amstrad did have some pretty impressive capabilities. In its low resolution, which was the same as Commodore 64's low resolution. Or was it 160 by 120 or something? 160 by something, I can't remember off the top of my head. Then it had the same colours and the same resolution as of Commodore 64, pretty much. 16 colours on screen, more than the Spectrum. But it had the faster processor, had a Z80 processor, the same as the Sinclair Spectrum. Didn't have some of the custom chips of the Commodore 64, like the SID chip. And it did have hardware scrolling, but not implemented in the same way as the Commodore 64. It didn't have sprites either. But the Amstrad's very capable machine. I'm growing increasingly fond of it. It's just so easy to set up. It feels solid. It doesn't feel like it's going to break. Everything feels together. This is the strangest fighting experience of my life. Can you imagine seeing a fight like this? Someone jumping vertically up with his belly out and landing. And then, there we go. What is he doing? What is going on here? Oh, this is terrible. I like how the lives are crosses in this one rather than yin yang. All these little attentions to detail really turn me on. Anyway, that's Fresh Fighter 2 Turbo for the Amstrad CPC with 128k of memory. You can either have an expansion for your 664 or you can buy a 6128. Your choice. Thanks for joining me. See you soon.